One of the most desired careers right now is becoming a YouTuber. And there's plenty of advice out there from the biggest stars on how to do that. But what I've realised is that a lot has changed from when those big stars first started out on YouTube. And so, having just been through that initial period of starting a channel and getting those initial subscribers, I want to tell you what's changed, how things currently stand right now, and let's address some of those misconceptions about getting started on YouTube. And of course, if you're just doing YouTube as a hobby and having some fun, then these don't really matter that much. But if you are serious about potentially building a business with YouTube or making it your career, then you definitely need to be aware of these things. Number 1, post great content and they will come. Nope. Firstly, search optimization really matters, especially when you're just getting started. Because you'll see a lot of the big YouTubers will just title their video something like, "Can't believe that just happened." But they'll still get loads of views because obviously they've got that built-in audience already. But when you haven't, nobody's searching for "can't believe that just happened." And so if you try and copy what they're doing and don't use any tags, don't use a description that's got your keywords in, well then nobody's actually going to find the video. Secondly, promotion really matters. Because here's the deal, YouTube will push your content if it thinks it's good. But at the beginning, it doesn't know if your content's good because it doesn't have enough data to tell. So you need to take the initiative to get YouTube the data it needs. And you do that by manually promoting your videos. And there are loads of places you can do this. There's subreddits and forums that are specific to your niche. You can join groups and share your links there. Or you can even just comment on other people's channels within your niche. But the idea is that you can't just rely on YouTube to push your videos right from the start because it doesn't know if it's good enough. And there's so much competition, it can only push the good videos. So help the algorithm out by doing some promotion yourself, and then you get that initial ball rolling. Number 2, equipment doesn't matter. Nope. Unfortunately, I see this all the time that you just need a phone, you don't need any tripods or lighting or cameras or microphones or any of that stuff. Just rock up with your phone and get going. And yet, you'll notice they say this whilst having good equipment themselves. And I do get the intent here, it's to remove the barriers to entry, because if you don't have better equipment that you can use and you don't have the money to invest right now or you don't want to commit to it, well that's fair enough, you can still grow on YouTube with just very basic things like using your smartphone. But I think we need to be really honest here that saying equipment doesn't matter at all just isn't true, because if you think about it from your own perspective, if you go to a video and the lighting is really bad, so the quality is really grainy and you can't fully hear them because they're using the inbuilt microphone, which is too far away and so it's not picking it up very well, and there's just a messy room behind them. If all of these things are there and there's no proper editing at all, you're probably not going to watch it no matter how good the information is. So it's a shame for the creator. They could have spent ages coming up with a great topic and presenting it well, but without having reasonably good production value, people just aren't going to watch it, or at least they're not going to subscribe and keep coming back. So although equipment isn't make or break, I think we do need to realise that if you can invest just a little bit in equipment, it does actually give you a bit of an edge, because there's so much competition now that having poor quality just isn't acceptable. So it's not that having better quality production will suddenly make you a star on YouTube, it's just making sure your videos are at a good enough level where people are happy to trust the information you're giving. But I really don't think people should be going out and spending loads of money on all the fanciest, latest equipment. There's just a few very inexpensive things you can do to help raise your video's quality a little bit. For example, one of them is a lav mic, which is just a mic you can clip onto yourself rather than using the inbuilt microphone in your camera, because that means the audio is closer to the source, and so you're normally going to get slightly better quality, less noise from other things, and it's just going to be a bit clearer and easier to listen to. And so, although equipment isn't everything, if you are looking to grow your channel quickly, then just investing in a few inexpensive things that can take your content to the next level does make a difference. Number 3 is that YouTube is over. No. Or more accurately, what a lot of them are saying is that YouTube is just very broken. And let's not sugarcoat this. YouTube have somehow managed to make one unpopular decision after another. And although some of those things aren't really their fault, like the whole not for kids thing, there are a lot of problems. But when it comes to things like the demonetization problems a lot of YouTubers complain about, I think we need to have a little bit of perspective here. The fact that you can upload unlimited videos to YouTube completely for free, and then you will get paid a percentage of the ad revenue if they do well, that is pretty cool. And I don't see another platform coming along anytime soon that's gonna be able to remotely compete. So YouTube isn't going anywhere. And a key thing here is that when a lot of these YouTubers talk about all these big problems, they seem to be relying quite fundamentally on ad revenue as their main source of revenue from the platform. But I think the best way to approach YouTube is to see it as a bit more of a business and have multiple different revenue streams, of which ad revenue should be one of the smallest. So obviously you've got things like merchandise, Patreon, affiliate marketing, but ideally take it even a step further and try to integrate YouTube as part of a business in a way, where you're trying to attract customers or clients, or you're trying to sell a product or service of yours. And so if you've kind of linked something like that to your channel, then it doesn't matter all this demonetization stuff and all these issues with advertisers, because you're making money in all these other ways. And so the upshot of this point is simply that if hearing all this stuff about YouTube is kind of putting you off a bit, or it feels like it's holding you back, I wouldn't worry too much about it. There's still a huge opportunity with YouTube. I know loads of people who are completely unaffected by these problems and are making loads of money still, really growing their brand, and it's working very well for them. So there's no reason that that can't be you as well. So don't let that other negativity put you off. Because maybe one day there will be a platform that replaces YouTube, but I don't see it being anytime soon. YouTube continues to grow, and in 2020 and beyond, that probably isn't gonna change. Number 4, you should make a YouTube video once a week, or you should make a YouTube video every single day. Those are the two most common time frames that I see big YouTubers recommending the most. But after looking into this quite extensively, here's the truth. The exact time frame doesn't really matter that much. It's more about consistency, regularly showing up. If you are looking for a more exact time frame of what's optimum, then personally I'd say that posting just once a week arguably isn't enough anymore, especially when you're just starting out. Because if you think about it, not every subscriber is going to be interested in every single video you post. They're going to miss some as well, and so if it goes 2 or 3 weeks where they don't see a single video from you, well, if you're a new YouTuber and they don't know you very well, they're gonna kind of forget about you a little bit. But on the flip side, if you listen to the people who say you need to post every single day, well, that's a big commitment when you're just starting out. And so what will normally happen if you try and do that is you end up sort of just churning videos out for the sake of it, rather than really focusing on each one and making it as good as you can. So I think there's probably a more optimum middle ground there, where you're posting maybe 2 or 3 times a week. That's regular enough to be showing up, but without really just cranking the videos out for the sake of it. And so the truth is though, don't get hung up on an exact amount. That's just kind of what would be ideal, but the reality is as long as you've got a schedule that works for you, that allows you to consistently show up with good content, you're onto a winner. The only small caveat to that is when you're completely brand new and you're posting your first couple of videos, try to get them out as quickly as you can, just because when people visit a channel with only 1 or 2 videos, they're much less likely to subscribe. Number 5, everyone should make a YouTube channel because everyone can be a YouTuber. Look, I've got to admit, YouTube has been more work than I expected. It's certainly not easy money unless you get very lucky. There definitely is still a great opportunity here, but I think it is sometimes over-exaggerated how easy it is to build a successful YouTube channel. Because although there were some YouTubers who just picked up a camera, started filming some videos, and then they became huge stars, they are in a very small minority there. And because competition is now stronger than ever before, if you're just going into it because you think it's easy money, well then that's probably not going to end well. But don't take this negatively. You can be one of the channels that makes it. But I see a lot of people just making channels and then going, what content should I post? And have no ideas of actual things they want to make videos about. Whereas I think nowadays you really have to be a little bit more strategic about it. You have to think, what unique content can I make that people actually want to watch that's going to bring them value? Because if you're just trying to copy what one of your favorite YouTubers is doing, it's very difficult to replicate that success without doing something a bit different. And so my point here isn't that you shouldn't go and make a channel, it's just that you shouldn't make a channel for the sake of it. You've got to actually think this through a little bit, plan something out, and remember that it is going to be a lot of work, so it has to be on something you're willing to commit to and be in for the long haul. And for a little context here, Mr. Beast, obviously one of the biggest creators now on the platform, when he posted 100 videos, he still only had about 700 subscribers. Evan Carmichael, who's now got over 2 million subscribers, He said it took him 5 years to get the first 7,000, and then the rest of those 2 million all came in the next 5 years. So my point is, the beginning is tough, even for the big creators. But although it might be exaggerated how easy it is to build a successful YouTube channel or business, what isn't over-exaggerated is how rewarding it can be. So if you are willing to put in the work, you should definitely go for it. And if you are going to be growing a YouTube channel, make sure you check out the free YouTube cheat sheet in the description below with the 3 biggest mistakes most channels make, so you can completely avoid them and grow much faster. I hope this was helpful, just clearing up a few of those misconceptions and giving you an idea of what I've found to be the case. Best of luck with your channel. You've got this.